Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Atanas Van Doom, a Vanguardian of the galaxy, scanning the metaverse 24/7 with my tactical visor so I can deliver to you the most alpha and omega of this brave new world called crypto. So if you're a curious mind that would like to know more about this magic, abracadabra internet money, well, what are you waiting for? Join the Vanguard, like, subscribe, turn the notification button on, all of those shenanigans for the YouTube algorithm, and in due time, both of us will be able to drive our NFT Lambos on the superhighway of tomorrow. All right, today I would like to talk about how to approach crypto projects. You open Twitter, you open YouTube, you open Reddit, whatever you get in your crypto news from, and you see people bragging about making millions, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And you're looking at your portfolio and you're like, well, goddammit, what am I doing wrong? How is that not me? Patience, young Padawan. You need to learn the A, B, and C first before you can really dive deep into any project. So what I mean by that, first of all, you should always approach with a level head, free from emotion, free from hype, and immerse yourself into the project first to understand what is this project about. Because the mind is a very, very special thing. If you're convincing yourself that this is the next Punk 2.0, the next Shiba, Dogecoin, the next Bitcoin, once in a lifetime opportunity, moonshot, without doing any research on the project, most often than not, that will lead to failure. What you can do in the first place, first and foremost, you should try to read the white paper of the project. Try to understand what is that you're looking for and what kind of utility this project provides, what kind of problem this project solves. Because if it's just another copy of something that's been done before and failed, well, most likely this will be the same case here. You should also join the social channels and immerse yourself into the community to ask questions that you might have about the white paper. Don't be afraid to ask the critical questions, because this will help you immensely to find out what the project is about and whether the project is censoring something that is a valid concern. Take note when you join the community of how active that community is, the general attitude of the people, the moderation, and the participation that is fostering, and whether the participation is fostering an open and inviting environment. Because if you see that the community is like, you're either with us or against us, and no valid questions are being answered, well, that probably should lead you to believe that you should move on. Okay, so you've liked what you've researched so far, you like the community and everything. What is next? Next is something that is called tokenomics, and why you should be interested in tokenomics. Basically, this is the metrics of the total supply of the token that will ever be available. This should include a distribution model to illustrate where the tokens are going and what kind of purpose they serve. By finding out the vesting schedule of early participants in the ecosystem, you'll be able to better understand what level of selling pressure you can expect of the total supply. You will want to know also, and would like to note, what is the circulating supply that is available currently. As vesting periods and why is that? Okay, so that is because as vesting periods expire and the tokens are being unlocked, this causes supply inflation in the market. Find out what markets exactly the token is being traded and try to identify the total liquidity available for the project. Why does that matter? Because it doesn't really matter if the total market cap of the coin or the project is 100 million if there's just like only 1 million daily trading volume across all the markets that this project and token is available. You would want to stay away from anything that doesn't have the liquidity to support return on your investment. With that comes the next step. Taking the next step, you would generally want to ensure that whatever the product you're being researching actually works. For most protocols, linking your wallet will allow you also to play around with most features and navigate around the available services. This will let you know what parts are working and what else needs to be developed. This leads to researching the GitHub of the project and any associated code being worked on, if you have the skills to do that. You will be able to tell from the project's main page how often the code is being worked on, as well as any current commitments to update. If the project hasn't written a single line of code since they collected whatever amount of money from the venture capitalists or the general public, well, the chances are that they aren't planning to. This also helps to identify how serious the team is on meeting the deadlines and maintaining a healthy roadmap. An open source code helps to ensure trust and maintain decentralization in any blockchain. By reviewing the basic foundation of the product, you will be also able to identify whether it's built around interoperability. As the space continues to grow, it is very important that a product has the ability to make cross-chain transactions either directly or via bridges. And now the last part, you should actually try and use the thing, because what is the point of investing your hard-earned money into something that you don't even have the intent to use? And I know this is easier said than done in a space where most projects are just placeholders and promises for what could be down the line. Anyway, you should work with what you have. All right, and also a good thing to work into your research process is to follow the money. While there's a lot of DAOs and DeFi applications now that operate in more community distributed manner, this can make the process easier in some cases and harder in others. Since most of these contracts are open source, you can see the initial liquidity pool and deduce the token price from contract distribution. You'll be able to see who is the largest holder in the ecosystem and gauge how centralized the project is or is not. So with all of that taken into consideration, I would like to show you what a good project looks like. Take, for example, Million. So why is Million a good project in the crypto space? Well, first of all, it has a white paper, so you can go and research what actually the project is about. Second, it has an amazing, active and welcoming community that will answer all of your questions that you might have. Third, Tokenomics. It has 1 million fixed supply, and then that's it. It has a docs developer. And why is that important? Well, in a sea full of random projects that have unknown, shady developers that are rigging people left, right, and center, Million has Patrick Shu, an accomplished ex-Google and ex-Facebook tech lead. Million also has utility. Amongst other projects, amongst other use cases that have been currently developed, Million gives you 20% API on your staked Million and also has an amazing art in the form of NFTs from real accomplished artists. And lastly, the token is on multiple platforms. You can find it on Uniswap, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Solana, SushiSwap, etc. So this is a prime example of what you should be looking for. And I would like to welcome you to the Discord, link in the description below. I hope you see you there for you to learn more and have fun. All right, final take. All right, at this point, you should know almost all there is about the project. Take all of these things into consideration and weigh the pros versus the cons. You may like certain aspects of the project and really dislike others. But one thing is for certain, you can actually, say that you've done your due diligence. All right, with that being said, I hope you've learned something useful today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.